everyone. I'm so humbled and honored to be here with so many amazing people who are doing such great work in their respective fields. Thank you so much for all you do. First, I would like to thank everyone who has supported me and my concept for Cardborigami over the years. To my family, my friends, the dedicated board of directors, and all of the amazing volunteers, donors, and supporters, thank you. I also want to thank the Ali Center, the staff, and the board, and Lonnie for all their hard work, bringing us all together here tonight, where we can truly feel the presence of Muhammad Ali and his legacy. I am determined to make a positive impact in the world just as he did. I believe that everyone deserves access to shelter. This belief stems from the Buddhist philosophy of the Lotus Sutra that teaches the infinite potential and dignity inherent in the life of each human being. So we have the infinite potential to be great, we just have to tap that. Growing up in Los Angeles, I constantly encountered the unnecessary suffering of people living on the streets without basic human needs. And I have to add that it's unacceptable that in most major cities in the States today, there's an area called Skid Row where people live on the streets, and it's become normal. So I think that's just unacceptable, and we really need to do something about that in a country like America. Inspired to bridge the gap between my ideals and reality, I utilized my skills as an architect to design Cardborigami. It's an inexpensive, portable, and compact shelter that can be deployed in moments to create instant space with no assembly required. Through our nonprofit, my team and I have begun to fulfill the mission of Cardborigami as an organization, which is to protect people from the elements, but more importantly, to help them rebuild their livelihood through hope and inspiration. One of our successful programs is called Youth Employment, as we heard, where we hire homeless youth who do the initial assembly of these structures. It is basically a short-term paid internship, and they build these shelters. They have this on their resume and have our references, as a work, so they can go on and get jobs. These shelters are then used for disaster relief, such as in Nepal last year after the devastating earthquake that practically leveled the country. We were able to not only distribute temporary shelters, but we also helped to rebuild schools, library, and roads in the remote villages that needed the most help. In the future, our plan is to mass produce and distribute these shelters all over the world in strategic locations so that entire regions can be prepared for disasters and that these shelters can be deployed instead of kind of rushing and scrambling when something happens. And as we know, people are being displaced at an alarming rate, so this is something that is really desperately needed right now. Pursuing a mission to help others is never easy, but in the same way that Muhammad Ali stood up for his beliefs with immense courage and strength, I promise to continue my best, to do my best, to help make this world a bit better, and I